Okay, so if you missed the flight that we hosted on Virtual Flight Online yesterday in Papua New Guinea, we're going to post it here as a video, and I'm going to include the link to this particular group flight. I'll put a link in the description of the event, and I'll also make an announcement over on our group flight forum so that people will be able to find it. So again, enjoy the replay. This was a straightforward flight in Papua New Guinea. We didn't visit too many airfields that were hair raising, although the final destination airport was a bit of an approach, but it was a lot of fun. So for those of you who joined the original event, thanks for being along. For those of you who are watching now, thanks for watching. All right, so let's we'll transition over to the recorded video. So hope everybody's keeping well. Enjoy the flight.
Yeah, I see you all there now.
All right, that's good. Just follow us for the first one. You can get the hang of flight plans on future flights if you want.
Do you use Little Nav Map? Have you used it?
Roger that, yeah.
Yeah, it's useful to have at the side if you've got a second screen. Then you can see the runways and where we're approaching everything.
Yeah, okay, understood.
And we're about 2 minutes at the top of the hour, so if you want to go ahead and start your taxi, if you're not already in the air, that would be great.
Okay, I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, take off when you're ready. It's not too formal, we just sort of vaguely try and keep out of each other's way the best we can.
Roger that.
Emphasis on the vaguely.
Your first heading will be 267 degrees.
Right, what sort of speed you're looking for, Joe? About 150-ish or something like that?
It's a 178 mile route, so anything 120-ish or higher should be fine.
Okay.
I'm in the Caravan today.
Me too. Are you in the glass cockpit or the analog version?
Oh, I'm using the glass cockpit today.
Yeah, black square analog.
Great plane.
Yeah, I've got the black square analog as well. Love it.
Yeah, I've got the Caravan.
All right, I guess we can be on our way. It's 1 past the hour.
Roger.
Any particular altitude, or as you wish?
Whatever you're comfortable with. There is some high terrain, so we'll just need to manage that as we cross the route.
I think there's something like 5,000 feet to get to the second runway.
Yeah, I think you're right, Cliff. And again, the magenta line is just a guide, so I mean, if you see something interesting, you know, follow it along.
Should we be choosing a particular time of day?
I've got midday.
Yeah, I've got a midday as well.
But that's really up to you as well, right? I mean, gauge that on visibility, and if you want to see a nice glow in the sky right after sunrise or just before sunset, but account for the 2-hour flight.
And Dave, as in DGJ622, were you online last night? We saw you when we were doing Joe's flight. But...
Yeah, I was chatting to Joe earlier. It was a complete coincidence. I bought that new M2K Mirage thing. I thought, I'll give it a try. Where would you test an aircraft? Edwards. So I went there, and as I appeared inside another aircraft. Oh, blimey, typical, someone's here. Moved boards and took off. Didn't think any more of it. Then I watched Joe's video later and said, that was me. Really spooky.
Well, that was just a good excuse for me to resend you the invite that had expired.
Yeah, thank you.
Because I didn't bother to set no expiry on it.
I'll definitely come along to that. So as long as I get permission, I'll be along to the next one.
Yeah, I have to be a bit choosy because it depends how many brownie points I've got.
Exactly, yeah. If there's something good on telly, I'll be alright. She can be convinced to watch that.
Yeah, same here. As long as there's good TV on, I'm okay.
It's dancing on ice tonight, so we're fine.
That wouldn't work around it. She's not into that sort of thing.
Oh,
Yeah, my wife likes Strictly, but not the icy ones.
I won't wade too far into sports, but I guess it's that figure skating time of year, isn't it?
Well, it would be, but we don't get much ice here.
Did watch Ski Sunday earlier, if that counts.
Is that still on? I was going to say...
No, I finished about an hour ago.
I saw that advertised. Thought, is that still going? Yeah.
Is it the same music?
Oh yes. And they're on snow still. Talk about keeping an old format going. It has changed a bit now. They look at dudes as well on skateboards.
They haven't got Rob Pickering doing it.
No.
I was thinking the other day, don't you think that It's a Knockout would be more entertaining than Gladiators?
Yeah, I'm surprised it never made a comeback because it was. And I suppose wouldn't use of today wouldn't like that. But
Gladiators is all pretty bodies and posturing into. I've never really watched it, but whereas It's a Knockout was just about having a good laugh.
I think health and safety have a nightmare now on that, wouldn't they?
No, that's true. Mind you, they do Gladiators and those things where they're running across like things you used to do in the gym at school.
I think a certain ex-presenter might have put paid to that coming back.
Well, they brought
Prince Edward.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not talking about Eddie Waring.
For those of you who have bought the Avro Vulcan, I think there's an update you might be interested in procuring.
oh yes, already done it.
Yeah, it took me 3 goes to manage to fly it, but yes. On the second flight, I had a thing come up on the knots on the speed indicator. It was saying U/C, which I assume was an undercarriage warning, yet the undercarriage is up, so I couldn't understand why I was getting that.
Yeah, I think if you're either low or slow, the undercarriage warning clips away. Because it caught me out as well. I don't remember seeing that before, but I heard it clicking away. And yeah, so I think if you're throttled below a certain limit or you're low, I think the it clicks away.
Yeah, I can't remember. It didn't come on the third time, but then maybe I flew better because I was getting used to it. Strange controls though, aren't they, trying to follow a plan on something that's...
Yeah, I tend to free fly. Our Wednesday flight, so we can take it along in that one, Luke.
Yeah, I haven't looked to see what Peter has got cooked up for us.
I want to say we're back in the... I mean, Oliver in a second. So tomorrow night we're in Germany.
Bowden's flight.
Yes, you're right. It's the Iceland one, isn't it? Yeah.
Low and slow around Iceland.
Yes, he's keeping them very secret, isn't he? And told us before.
I've got to pick up all them books nobody wanted.
Pick up the ones that I was going to say, pick up the ones I left strewn across all the runways I ploughed into.
Yeah, that sounds like he's planning a plow fest for us.
So Nadzab terrain, runway 27.
That's around Iceland in the Balkan then, yeah?
I thought I killed my 24 this morning. I was having all sorts of problems with it. It's getting that sort of 89% loading, no more error, and it appears to be linked to add-ons to me. That so I was messing around with them when she got into play again, but yeah, quite a while I couldn't do anything with it.
It's interesting, the Vulcan has specific models for 2020 and 2024 now, isn't it? It's that blue thing of joining them all together into add-on linker. As soon as I've done that now, they've all started coming out with specific add-ons.
Oh, right. I didn't know there were differences.
Well, yeah, on the Just Flight site, there was 2 downloads in the Vulcan section. So
Oh, yeah, you got one for, yeah, I see what you mean. So, yeah, one for 20, one for 24, yeah, sorry. Yes, the Hawk update is due out this week as well.
all good.
And I've got my Huey back in 24 as well. That's now appeared, as has the
Oh, is it?
RG. Yeah, the 182 RG's come back as well.
All right, I'll have to look. I haven't been on today. I hadn't noticed anything new yesterday. But
Yeah, if you look at it, you may have to do the old enable thing in your.
yeah, I keep going to the list and looking down the list.
But yeah, it's definitely come back. I've got the Huey now and the 182 RG.
Oh, I don't think 6,000 is quite enough.
I had the Huey before, but suddenly it was only just a shell with no cockpit or interior. Has anybody experienced that in 24?
Not in 24, no. In fact, not in 20 either, actually.
Yeah, we had that going on yesterday in 24 with the A10.
I don't like going over hills like this where there's a massive valley after it. Are you still with us, Trevor?
Roger that.
Good.
I'm on on the right side of the group, the main group, actually, in a Draco, a yellow Draco.
All right.
So our first,
Good
No.
plane for PNG generally.
I haven't had any trouble with the Huey in 2024. I had an issue with the H225 on Friday. Just kept losing all the, just end up with a grey box every so often.
Was that the Caravan sim? No, H225, yeah.
Yeah, that's native, isn't it? Around the same.
Yeah, it's HPG built it, but yeah, it was really weird. Yeah, as soon as I sort of like went round to the other side of it, it was fine. I don't know.
What, looking forward to buying that one as an extra.
Well, I succumbed the other day to the
I'm sorry to hear
CD
that.
keys. Yeah, to the CD keys offer.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, cheers for that. It was too good to pass up, really.
What's that then?
CD keys are currently doing it for 70 something pound. The premium deluxe version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things you sort of look at and go, is that for real or not? But a load of people I know have used it and gone, yeah, it's fine, and yeah, it's all legit and it works perfectly.
Yeah, I use them all the time because I mean, even
Excuse me.
the Xbox vouchers. Like you can buy a 20 quid voucher for say 17 quid. So it's only 3 quid saving, but it's still a 3 quid saving. And then that voucher you can use to purchase from the marketplace. So you still get a little bit off any aircraft you buy.
It's good.
So all adds up, doesn't it?
Our first airfield, one of the reasons why I picked it, is Nadzab. And this was the location of, I believe this was the largest airborne operation in World War II in this Pacific. So there was a huge airdrop here from the, it was the U.S. Army's 503rd Parachute Infantry Regiment. And also had folks from the Australian Army. This is the one where Douglas MacArthur was observing the operation from a B-17. So anyway, we did this as a Warbird Wednesday flight, but we're on our way to Nadzab, so that's, I'm about 33 miles out.
I'm showing a straight in approach as well on Little Lapper. So this first airfield, Trevor, is just a touch and go, so we just make one little sort of touch on the runway and then carry on.
And after that, the heading will be 283.
Are we stopping at all on this one, Joe? Or are we going all the way through in one?
Let me look. Hang on.
Coffee in Goroka.
Yeah, Goroka.
Okay.
PNG coffee, it's supposed to be very good, isn't it?
According to Ryan, it is, yeah.
I haven't watched this channel in a few weeks.
I quite like his second channel, which is quite good, seeing some of the actual local things, you know, environment sort of thing. It's pretty good.
It's a very interesting little place to visit, this one.
Have you been here before, John?
Yeah, I've been up here a couple of times on a cruise boat. We called into Rabaul and spent a day there and around the corner as well. So, you know, it's been very, very interesting, and an interesting bunch of people as well. You get to know the odd one.
Yeah, a lot of this terrain reminds me of parts of New Zealand.
Yeah, more the South Island, I think, than the North. Yeah, it's pretty rugged over here, same as the South Island along the ranges there. It's awesome.
I wonder if it's on the same fault line sort of thing that's created all the volcanoes and mountains.
Yeah, it's similar. We're on that ring of fire. I noted this morning on my geochron that I have here that there have been a couple of earthquakes in this area in the last few days, so they've been knocked around a little wee bit. And specifically, if you get up to Vanuatu, they had a real major up there at Port Vila. I've been spending a little bit of money as well on the simulator here. Upgraded the graphics card to 4070 from the 2080 that I had in here, so they've got the 4070 Super TI.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and it has made a difference as well. I run 3 screens here. Before, the 2 outer screens were a little on the blurry side, but now with the extra grunt, they've all cleared up, and it's really, really nice. I've got a full, oh crikey, about 120, 140 degree view all around. It's really interesting and thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah, the extra memory will help as well.
It certainly did. So also, anyone here running or purchasing any of the Wing-Win products?
Yeah, I got the FCU. I think we spoke about that before.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, I've just ordered the McDo. That's on its way over. And I've got the AYFI system here as well. So, yeah, good product. I'm really impressed, and the price is even better.
Aren't they like $150 US a pop?
We're at 129, I think it was, this morning, US.
Oh, wow. That's intriguing.
With the exchange rate and landed in New Zealand, it's around 327 or something like that, I think.
Yeah, mind you, I tend to fly the fly-by-wire, and you can get that web page MCDU, can't you? So I've got a little old tablet and I use that sat at the side. I don't know, works quite well. But obviously with other planes, then I suppose that would be useful for those.
I just love the tactile feeling of it. You just reach out and do all the and do your bits and pieces. It's really interesting. And I'm really looking forward to the McDo turning up, where you now can sit down and have a good old play.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I meant that. The McDo. Yeah, I might do that. I'm trying to get myself flying the airliners more. It just takes so much time to set up. You can't just jump in and fly. Well, you can, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true. That's I knew that's what flying's all about, I guess, isn't it? Being an aircraft. And you are right. The airline is a little bit more complicated. But I guess that's all part of the sim, and it's just another addition to what we do.
Yeah, it's good if I've got a solid lump of time set aside, then I'll do it. A lot of my time though is sometimes I get 40 minutes or something to jump on and have a fly around, and it's more worth flying GA than an airliner in those times.
That's true. Yeah, you're just way too busy. It's time you're retired.
I have. That's the annoying thing.
I'm sorry. You have a list. So do I.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
It's not a McDo, it's a honeydew.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for every one I take off the top, I'm sure there's 4 or 5 appear at the bottom.
Yeah, if mine are still on the list, they go onto tomorrow's list, so yeah.
So I missed last week. Was Ellis on last week on the flight?
Yeah, it was good. I can't remember where.
I think he was very briefly. I think he was only in for the first part.
Was he off to take care of the boat or go fishing?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he was packing it away or finishing with it or something.
They've had absolutely beautiful weather over where he lives, so if he's out in that boat, good on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Runway in sight, I think.
Yeah, I need to speed up. I'm poking along here.
Yeah, a bit of low cloud around here as well.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I'm looking for something small and it's huge. Altitude 230 feet. Okay.
You just need to come down a bit.
Guess I could do a better job of managing my airspeed instead of being such a tourist. But that's what this is about. PNG is just gorgeous. It's one of my favorite places in the sim to fly. So what did folks that are on the flight today that flew last week think about Peter's coffee stop with the fence?
He does like a challenge, doesn't he?
Yeah, he invited me along to test that route out, and that was a lot of fun. I ended up going down past the airfield and making a teardrop turn and came in from that direction.
Yeah, I thought I'd be clever and do a wing over as I got there. That didn't work.
I was in the Huey, so I was okay.
There's a few clouds, but the weather's behaving so far, isn't it?
Yeah, you getting along there, Trev? Are you following us along, mate?
Yeah, I'm following you along.
It's good.
And I'm just going to put myself into a hold here and let everybody else clear through.
Yep, I see you there, Joe.
Oh, this Kodiak tries to kill you, doesn't it?
It does when you slow down too much, doesn't it?
Cool, yeah. I just
I'll
caught
just
it then.
take somebody, I'll just skip to the side.
Can you confirm it's touch and go, this one?
Yes, it is, yep. And next heading is 285, so it's just a little bit to the right.
Roger that.
And the next airfield we'll be stopping at.
Yeah, and feel free to either use the concrete runway or grass. It's really to your discretion. And I'm sure that folks who watch this recorded are really going to enjoy this holding pattern.
That's strange, everybody was in front of me now, nobody's behind me, what's going on?
For those of you who might be interested, I did put a video up this week about I walked my way through my freeware updates on Flightsim.to and tried to pick out some cool things that you may or may not have, so you might want to check that one out. It's the pilot lounge video.
Thanks, Joe. We'll have a look-see.
Just remember, I'm just a guy with an opinion. And I've got another one coming out tomorrow. It's a piece of freeware that's amazing. So I'm not going to spoil the surprise on that one, but it's definitely something, if you're on PC, you're going to want to download. And remarkably, it's a Cessna 152. It's amazing.
We'll look out for that.
And that's what I had a fair chunk of my seat time in. So that and the 172.
Yeah, we've got a 152 at the club here in Takaroa that I'll jump into every now and again alongside one of the instructors and go for a bit of a lap around the periphery of Takaroa and have a bit of a play with it.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's pretty unforgiving. You can have do all sorts of wonderful things with it, though.
I must do a real flight. I said I was going to do one last year and never quite got around to it. But maybe a birthday present this year.
I found the 152 easier to fly and than the Tomahawk. The Tomahawk was very, very touchy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Tomahawk, just like doing that over into 24, because I quite like that in 20.
It does work in 2024. I've got it in there and it works.
So okay, I didn't bother because I know they said just fly with them trouble, but okay, I might try that.
Yeah, I did a lot of majority of my flight training in the Tomahawk, so yeah, well familiar with that aircraft.
Yeah, likewise the 152.
Yeah, I brought over the JPL Logistics 152 thing, the upgraded thing from Flightsim.to. That works quite well in 24.
Goroka showing runway 35.
So we fine, roger.
There don't seem to be many roads or signs of civilization in this neck of the woods.
Yeah, isolated would be a good word, right?
There's a lot of space here.
It's really fascinating to see where they've built their little dirt runways on some of the sides of hills and ridges and that they've put around this place, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess the roads are very hard to have roads in lots of places, isn't it? And or permanent roads anyway.
Yeah, little Nadzab's just full of little tiny airfields, isn't it? Strips, I should say.
It must take them a long time to build up a new runway because I guess it's all manual labour.
Yeah, it can take a thing up to 2, 3, 4 years apparently.
Yeah, I think we take the availability of our heavy equipment for granted. Valdi, when are you going to let the cat out of the bag with your flight plan for tomorrow? At push?
What? We're delivering cats?
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun in the cockpit.
Yeah, it could get a bit scratchy.
Indeed. I saw a video the other day where there was a cat hiding in the wing of an airplane. A passenger jet that was flying.
Oh dear. Or maybe it's a hide in the wing of a kitty hawk.
I guess the engines were purring. I bet it didn't end well for the cat.
I don't know about that.
I was trying to got a little bit furry.
I guess most of these marks or whatever they are on the floor are done by perhaps lava flows. They don't look like rivers, but they're certainly flows. I presume lava.
Oh, maybe mud floodplains.
Yeah, or a combination of the two.
Yeah, because they probably get a rainy season, don't they? If he hasn't, it's time of year when it's very wet, do you?
Yeah, monsoon. Mm-hmm.
Just 26 minutes, we're just going to get there just after 9.
And Cliff, it's about time for you to feed your pooches, isn't it?
It will be then, yeah. I'll be nibbling my ankles.
Yeah, you mustn't miss the feeding the dogs, must you?
Yeah, 10 minutes late and they're looking at you like they're starving to death.
Oh yeah, my two retrievers. It's like I've neglected them for days.
Yeah, I've got a cat like that here for some reason. She got a built-in clock. 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If she's in 4:05, you haven't fed her, you know about it.
Yeah, that's right. It's funny, isn't it, how they know?
It's a bit watchdog.
Yeah.
And never mind the video I saw of the cat to the wing. It was fake.
Why would you put a fake cat in the wing?
I don't know.
You say it every week, but the scenery's looking really good again, isn't it? These warm hills and things. So realistic now.
Yeah, most of this area looks really good. There is some polygoning going on over this river.
If you've got polygon issues, it's probably a parrot in your wing.
Yeah, I probably should quit squawking.
It's polygon, it's a dead parrot.
What do you think?
To tempt fate, but 2020 is looking really good these days.
Yeah.
You tell me you've back managed a lot of 2024 stuff into it, haven't you?
If only we could get out and walk around, that'd be it. We wouldn't need 24.
I mean, the river I'm just going over now looks so real. It sort of breaks around an island. It's sort of the muddy edges and things. It's down in this little valley. I was thinking, watching the Flying Reporter, I don't know if I could fly in the UK because I'd find it very hard to say conspicuity.
You could just say Squawking 7000.
Oh, you're allowed to do that? I thought it had to be changed to that one.
Right, we've got a new game. How many times can we make Cliff try to say it and leave?
Yeah, but if you want to say 7000.
Is it because it's not always 7,000?
1200 in the US, isn't it?
In the UK, it is, yeah, it's always 7,000 in the UK. And I think Europe as well, I think.
Yeah, I think US is 1200, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1200 down here as well.
Yeah, you did explain why they changed it. I can't remember what he said now.
But just to make the Chinese hard to say it. Yeah, it's one of those changes that the IATA did without actually asking anybody, just because they thought it was a good idea. And at least in the old days when you said Squawk 7000, you knew what you were doing. Whereas now, if you say Squawk Conspicuity, it depends which country you're in. So, I don't know. It was better the old way, I think.
Because they wouldn't know you if you got it wrong, would they?
Yeah, well, that's the danger. If you suddenly relapse to being in the States, you know, you might put the wrong number in.
I never remember what that actually does. Is that so they can identify your plane or see it?
Yeah, conspicuity means you're just not talking to anyone in particular. You're just sort of off on your way. You haven't been given an actual squawk.
So how does that work with the flight controllers?
Well, when you contact different flight controllers, they will give you different squawks, and they'll only put you back to 7,000 or 1200 when you're in uncontrolled airspace out of anybody's control.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
all
'cause
the
you-
radar services have their own squawks.
Yeah, he did a video on it, didn't he? Where you have to change, even in a short flight, he had to change it about 5 times. There's different controllers took over his flight.
Yep, that's right. Whereas, strangely, if you're flying IFR, they give you a squawk at the start before you take off, and that squawk stays with you throughout the whole flight, even when you're changing controllers every few minutes.
Which you would think would make more sense, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Is that because it is linked to a flight plan?
Yes, well, every flight plan is given its own squawk. Whereas if you're just bumbling around VFR, you're squawking 7,000 if you're not talking to anyone.
Right. That makes sense.
Talking of squawking, I've got a parrot with no legs that I'm giving away. No purchase necessary.
Oh.
I don't think that would be in my budget. It is one joke we'll have to avoid because it's a family-friendly.
Appreciate it.
Well, you know why there are no raspberries in the jungle, don't you? Because the parrots eat them all.
Oh gosh, yeah, that took me about a second to figure that out then. Yeah, very good.
Getting bounced around a fair bit here.
Yeah, round 2.
Starkey, did you take off at the same time as everyone else?
Yeah, he was a fair bit behind me a while ago, and I was being pokey and ended up having to use slew to catch up with the group.
I'm just wondering whether the Xbox is playing up again, doing that thing where it
Delayed.
goes slower than the PC does.
It's a weird error, that, isn't it?
Basically,
Yeah,
you
it's very
get time
strange.
travel.
Digital relativity, I guess, huh?
Oh, all the clouds have suddenly disappeared.
Yeah, I've just got some high level ones now. Ahead of me anyway.
I mean, they went a lot, but it suddenly disappeared. Yeah.
tempted to jump into the Huey for the last leg.
Yeah, I might go for the Scout because we've got plenty of time, haven't we?
Oh yeah, Scout would be nice. Yeah, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I might try the Alouette.
Is that the Gentil Alouette?
That's the one. It's a good job I haven't got the llama really, isn't it?
Oh, so 5,200 feet. It's Goroka. I guess we can descend after that second hilltop, can we?
Yeah, I see a sort of valley down to the left. I don't know whether it's worth sort of just oozing off down there and that and then coming in.
Yeah, that valley on your left will take you right round the corner and drop you straight onto the runway.
No.
That's the way I'm going.
Yeah, but you can follow the track or the road in that valley. It should take you straight in.
Going down. Oh, I have to watch my speed.
Isn't it just an amazing thrill? You come over the top of some of the ridges and you drop right into these valleys and you see the whole thing just disappear from underneath you. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's easy to forget what a great experience this actually is.
Especially in VR.
Yeah, I mean in VR it's just like being there. It really is.
Give you that little tingle in your tummy as you come over the top.
Yeah. Especially it's like these sharp edge ridges where it's a real drop off at the other side.
I mean, I'm sat in the cockpit of this Caravan in VR, and it's just like being there. It really is, and the picture now is so sharp. Gone are the days when the gauges would be a bit fuzzy, and you'd look round, and your headset wouldn't keep up with you looking round, and all that sort of thing. It's pretty much damn perfect now.
Yeah, I'm the same sitting here in the Kodiak. It is unbelievably clear and precise.
Yeah, how things have changed.
The only thing is that you look at that armrest at the side of the seat and you go to put your arm on it, once it's not there.
That's right. Sometimes it's so real that you're tempted to reach out for a control or a lever or something.
Yeah, I've done that,
No, actually I can't do that.
Are you tempted by VR, John? Because you can do it now. You got your 4070.
Well, yeah, I think I might have to put the brakes on a little wee bit on the financial side. I think I've been
Recover from buying the card first, yeah.
exactly right. I even had to upgrade the power supply as well.
Yeah, I had a kilowatt. Actually, I put a power meter on my PC the other day. I've got one of those things you plug in and it displays how many watts you're using. And even in VR, I was flying around yesterday and it was only using about 450 watts. The whole PC. I say only.
Yeah.
quite a bit.
The one that was in here was 750. I've had to put an 850 in because the card recommended the 850. 750 was just a little bit too light.
Yeah, it's better to be safe. Plenty of headroom. I got my PC mainly at the mainframe off of a friend, and he had a kilowatt in it, but it started being noisy and random and erratic when I powered up, so I bought a new one the other week. Got a Be Quiet power supply, which does what it says on the tin. It's very quiet most of the time.
Okay, who's built the A320 with them tonight?
Yeah, I saw that one we're taking off. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, I saw a Transor briefly and it disappeared.
Yeah, it's next to it.
Still waiting for that 24. That's one of my favourites, that was.
What are you flying tonight, Womble?
You broke up then.
No, I was asking Womble what he was flying.
Yeah, I think it's Womble who's breaking up.
Yeah.
Lost his voice.
Any better?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm in the Transall.
Oh, cool.
Comes up showing Super Viking, is that what it is?
Super Viking's another aircraft. That's a single.
Oh, yeah, I was in the Super Viking.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I've swapped to the Transall.
I rather like that Super Viking. It's fun to fly.
Yeah, it's a nice little aircraft, that.
So am I right in thinking that this is a full stop landing?
Yes.
Yeah, this is our beverage / coffee break.
With the scenery I'm looking at here coming into Goroka, you see that on the side of some of these hills, but it appears as if it's been burnt. It's just amazing.
Yeah, because they do that, don't they? Do a lot of burning of the crop to fresh the land or whatever.
Yeah, but to have it modelled as well, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, some of us were in 24 yesterday flying the Star Wars Canyon route, and the lava flows in the area, they just looked outstanding.
Yeah, I flew around New York a couple of days ago in 2024, and that was stunningly great. And then I did it today in 2020, and I've got to admit, 2020 was far less. It wasn't as good.
I've heard it's a wonderful town.
So good, they made
Please
the
don't
place.
sing it.
It's so nice they named it twice.
Yep.
Yeah, one of the cityscapes that looks really, really good in 2024, in my opinion, is Las Vegas.
I haven't done that yet. That was my next one on my list.
Yeah, London's not too bad. I bought the Orbix London mesh pack thing as well. That's quite good now.
I was having quite a giggle. I was flying out of the airport in Las Vegas, and the sphere there, it's covered with this digital screen. It has a big yellow smiley face in the sim. It was quite funny.
Moldy on final, 3-5 left, or whatever it is. Is it 3-5?
Yep. Yeah, I'm long finals, 3-5 left.
Altitude seems to be a bit off because it says 5-2, and yet I'm down at 5-1 and I'm still not down.
Yeah, I'm on the ground. It says 5140.
I had that. I was flying the Vulcan in 24 yesterday, and I landed at where was I? Durham, and it said I was 1,000 feet higher than I actually was, which was a bit strange. Even little that map was showing me as 1,000 feet off the ground when I landed.
Landed like a skippy ball.
Sorry, what was that, Frank?
I landed like a skippy ball.
Oh.
Tigger the Tiger landing.
Right, back in a minute.
Yeah, it's for me the end stop. And wish you a good night and see you next time.
Take care, Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Good night, Frank.
Good night.
Take care. Finals 3-5 right.
Yeah, I think as we've got a slightly shortish final leg, I might jump into something rotary, I think, for the last bit. I like the idea of the Scout.
I'm going to cheat and side slip. And get rid of some of this excess altitude here without having to go around.
One ball clear of the runway.
Yeah, it's
Runway clear.
Speed Racer on final.
And how are you making out, Trevor?
Yeah, I've landed, but I've landed well up on the runway. And I'm now parked up.
Excellent.
Just going to hop off and change aircraft.
All right, I guess we'll carry on out of here in about 7 minutes, 15 after.
Roger.
Time for a tea. All right, I'm going to pause recording here. I see a beautiful hovering A320.
I've just taken off in the Scout.
Me too.
Yeah, I've got the Scout.
Might be me in the Alouette.
Or it could be the Trans C-160.
So I've got
I'm in the
yeah, I've got the Huey. I'm seeing Mr. Musfly in a plane.
Yeah, I can see a Huey flying around. These things are easy to fly in 24.
I remember a sketch I saw a few years ago when we were talking about cats and dogs and things. It was saying, if your cat or your dog could talk and you were decorating and it would sit in the room next to you, and if it was a dog sat watching you decorating, the dog would be thinking, I really love you. Did you know that? I really do love you. Even when I'm hungry, I really love you. Whereas if the cat was sat watching you decorate, it would go, you're doing that all wrong. Look at that, how you've prepared that skirting board. It's just rubbish. And what colour is that? Have I got to live with that all the time, day in, day out?
Yeah, that decorating is a catastrophe. All right, flaps coming up. And we will go west. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm working my way all the way across North Carolina and back. So I published leg number 4 today. So if you're bored and want to look at some North Carolina scenery, there you go.
Scout is definitely a nice M24.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Alouette is as well. It's not flying as nicely in 2020.
No, it's a lot
Is it a bit turbulent around the hills?
Sorry, gentlemen, I've got to pull the pin. I've got a bit of an emergency here, so we'll see you maybe next week. I won't be here tomorrow.
Take care, John.
Yeah, watch you guys.
I haven't really looked at the Scout flying from the outside much. Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's well modelled.
Who developed that in the sim? It wasn't Asobo themselves, was it?
I can't remember now. It was one of the what do you call it, vintage flyer ones, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Handy gap in the hill here.
Yeah, I'm following this gap down, I guess, to runway 21. Is that what you're going to use?
Yes, it is the balance of things, yeah. Well, I'm in a helicopter, so it doesn't matter. But I could show willing and go along it. 11 miles too high.
You look away for 2 minutes in this and you're suddenly pointing 90 degrees the wrong way.
This is one dramatic approach.
Yeah, this one gets your attention, doesn't it?
It certainly did.
All right, we'll hang out here and watch people come in. Oh, for the day of model matching.
(2024's got that stuff, doesn't it? Oh no, it hasn't. Sorry, my mistake.
2028 will nail it.
Yeah, when 2030 comes out, they'll have it right. All right, looks like we've got a couple other folks coming in. Well, hopefully you enjoyed joining Virtual Flight Online's group flight today. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you're looking for a virtual airline, Virtual Flight Online is a wonderful place to get signed up to do that kind of activity. We'd like to have you as a subscriber over on our YouTube channel, Flying Doghouse. Hope everybody is keeping well. I'm going to end the stream here. Take care, everybody. Hope you're keeping well. Cheers, y'all.